How's it going, guys? It's Ralphie from Beyond the Huddle. Welcome to this week's Bitcoin forecast. As always, we're going to take a look at the COT, the Commitment of Traders report. Then we'll take a look at the margin accounts to see what the leverage players have been up to. And last but not least, we'll wrap it all up with some price action. Take a look at our weekly short-term level and our long-term monthly level and see how prices are currently in respect to that. So let's get started. Okay, so taking a look here for the CME contracts on Bitcoin for the last week from Tuesday to Tuesday, we can see that the asset managers added 159 contracts for a total of 5,139, and they also added 29 shorts for a total of 779. Now, you can't see it here, but had I scrolled down a little bit more on the website, and you can, by the way, find this on tradingstir.com, you would have known that there was about 86% longs for the asset managers, and of course we can also see that ourselves when we come here. I'm going to double click on that. I'm going to go to the weekly chart, and you can see that the percentage line has not changed at all. Again, it stayed at 86%. It just rounds it up to 87. So not much to talk about here. You can see the shorts, pretty much stayed the same. If we zoom in here a little bit, the longs also pretty much stayed the same. A 100, a three-figure increase at the moment in the hundreds is nothing. That used to be a ton. And 79 for the shorts used to be a ton as well, but as you can see, it's not the case anymore. So our bias remains the same. I'm going to get rid of this real quick, just so you guys can see, like always. Right there, again, as long as we can stay above this little dotted line right here of 80, then that means we want to stay bullish on price. And the only difference is just how is price and our weekly levels on a week-to-week basis, right? As price develops, how is that going to I guess add more detail to the backdrop of us being bullish? Because remember, this is a longer term thing here in the COT, and price is more of a back and forth type of thing, and then when it lines up with your macro view, that's when it'll take off. So let's move on to the leverage positions, and again, I'm bullish, still 86%, and not much has changed there. Okay, so in this part of the video, we're going to be focusing on the leverage positions, and again, that's the BTC USD longs and the BTC USD shorts for Bitfinex. And I want to bring your attention to our Twitter here, because on the video that we made last week on Monday, we spoke about a couple levels and a couple stuff, and the most important stuff that developed was basically the longs ended up hitting our discount buy. So let's go ahead and click on that right here. You can see right here, so we had a swing low, if you can see where my cursor is right here. Then we had a swing high here, and we were expecting a potential reversal off of this discount zone right here. You can see that it did take off a little bit right there, and then the idea was the shorts hitting the quarterly open, so it would be an increase up to that level. Remember, an increase in shorts that should cause the price to drop if the shorts are outpacing the longs, right? The only way you can see that is the net positioning. That's by subtracting the longs and the shorts. If the number is a negative, then obviously the market is expected to go lower. Because the shorts outpaced the longs. Obviously, that was the case. One, because the market fell, and two, because this is a 200% rally right here in the short positions from when we made the video. Right here, it went up. Actually, sorry, it was a 100% rally. So when it was 200%, it was back here a couple weeks ago when we were talking about the potential rally up to this right here. So that was about 200 right there. And you can see right here. So we finally hit that. Now the question becomes right here. The move lower, right, that expected us to think that Bitcoin was going to make that one move lower that the price did end up doing, and now the only question you have to ask yourself is it going to stop here, or is it going to keep going? Right now, obviously, from this discount buy here on the longs, we expected prices to go all the way up to the quarterly open. And if that's the case, are the longs going to outpace the shorts? That's what we're trying to ask ourselves right now. If that's going to happen, then the price shouldn't go down. And if it does go down, it'll be like a dampered, about 2%, 3%, 4%, something like that, something meaningless. Now, if the shorts are going to keep outperforming the longs, and they're going to go above the yearly open, so that was the idea, right? When it hit this box, so if we can, move it up a little bit more right there, when the box was hit, what was going to happen with the price? Not the price, but the positions of the shorts. Were they going to go down? And that's what you want if you want the market to go up. You want the shorts to then start decreasing while the longs start increasing. And I said that's what was going to, put us to a 70 to 75,000 level. Or are the shorts going to keep increasing? If the shorts keep increasing, guys, this is the dangerous part, because it could set us up, and I was going to talk about this later, but might as well bring it up now. That could set us up for this weekly continuation candle to come down into this weekly demand. Now, that's only a 17% drop, so it's not too bad. But remember, that's a 17% drop on Bitcoin. What are all these altcoins going to look like? Is your altcoin going to fall 30%? Is it going to fall 25%, right? So that's going to be very, very interesting if it does end up happening. But before I get too much into the price action part, that's what I want you guys to keep a close eye on as the price develops here. Are we going to be ending? Remember, we just come from an all-time low. That's this green line right here. So let's change the color on that. So there's a bit more differentiation here. So that's the all-time low. We rejected off it for quite a long time, actually. And now we're just wondering, how is this weekly candle going to close, right? Again, is it going to go above? Is it going to hit the red box one more time, then reject? Or is it going to crush it? So there you have it. Again, keep a very close eye on the shorts. Keep a very close eye on the longs, which it will tell you where prices go. And now let's move on to some price action to see what our short-term and long-term levels are looking like for Bitcoin. Okay, so now we've gotten to the part of the video where I get to predict what might happen next in price, and we take a look based on our weekly level and how that closed, what we're thinking for this weekend. Let me tell you right off the bat, you're not going to be happy at what I'm going to say. And if we go here to our 4-hour chart, you can already see it's starting to play out. And you can see there's a swing high here, a swing low. So not only is this our premium right here, you can see there's also, you know, some sort of a supply zone right there, right? So we can go ahead and mark that one out. But unfortunately, guys, oh, look at that. That thing's just dying right now. But unfortunately, we also opened up the week. So you can see right here, our weekly candle opened there, went straight down, then went back up to use the weekly open as resistance. And what did that do? Well, that's not just a swing high, swing low, premium range, and I'll even draw that one out for you guys. Again, you could use this entire candle up to there. Sometimes I like to use it all, like right here, you see I combined them. Or sometimes I just like to use this right here. Honestly, I wouldn't use this really tiny one for a supply zone. I just would have gone to a lower time frame, and it is a larger, you see right here how it's a larger supply zone. Now that one's within a different supply zone, so I just would have used this one. Again, there's a lot of different concepts we can talk about in supply zones, and you can drill them down to lower time frames that you go to get very, very precise. You can see right here, boom, a really strong aggressive move up right to that level as if they knew, right? That's why it's called a supply zone. But you guys can go check that out in our free course, the Intro to Smart Money. Now, without getting into that, that's not what I meant to talk about. But the problem was when we opened the week, we actually opened below this green line right here. Not only was it below the green line, that's our weekly level, right? So you can see that this was the the weekly level last week. When the week opened, I don't remember exactly when it was, but it was somewhere around here. We retested the weekly level, I'm sorry, the previous week's level, and we wanted it to go above it. It did not do so. It actually went back into what? A supply zone right there, right? And when it went back into that supply zone, so you probably just draw that out right there. When it went back into that supply zone, you ended up selling off, and that was the case. Now it's looking like that the same way too, so I'm going to go ahead and delete this one because we no longer need it. And now we have, let's make this a different color because we don't want to have too many greens and confuse you guys here. So we have one green, that's our weekly, our previous week's level, right? We want some sort of a weekly level. And then we have a monthly level here. So we were both, it's like a double whammy. We didn't only open below our weekly level, and then we're using the premium of that range. We're also below our monthly level. So that unfortunately turns us long-term bearish based on price, okay? Now, based on the COT, we are bullish. And based on the leverage positions, like I just said, there's a small possibility that if the shorts pick up, you can see on this week, they're already rallying, that then they can push this lower. So the question is, how much lower can it go, right? So we have this demand zone right here that we wanted to see be used as support. It did work for 2 days, and like I said, now based on the way we opened just now, we don't want to be too bullish about it. So as prices fall right now, we might actually, again, unless it comes down real quick and then it rejects, and then by the time the daily candle closes, or maybe by the time tomorrow closes, you see how sometimes it goes straight down in one candle, and then the other candle just comes right back up. That could happen, and that could happen, you know, tonight, go straight up, and then tomorrow's already straight back up. And if that is the case, then we would want a nice, swift, aggressive move right back above our monthly level, and then eventually right back above our weekly level. So if that does not happen, then obviously we're targeting this zone, and that is the unfortunate 15 to 17, maybe 20% drop. So we'll call it 15 to 20% drop here on Bitcoin, which would then kind of scares me because I'm finally, I am fully in the market. My rule says, and I'll just tell you guys, it says that if I start the week below the previous, the weekly level, like we did last week, then I'm supposed to go half risk. Well, last week I did go half risk, and then during the dip, I ended up buying some more, but I have not done so yet this week. So I'm already a little late on doing so. As you can see, I probably should have been selling off either at the close of this 4-hour candle or during this 4-hour candle right now. So I'm kind of playing with fire. Like, do I hold on? Do I get rid of some of it? I think I might wait for this candle close to see kind of how it is, because again, tomorrow could very well just, this could have been a fake move and go straight back up. Now, remember, I don't trade Bitcoin because I'm trading the altcoins at the moment, and my altcoins are pretty strong. I had quite a large move, like a 40% move on some of the position that I took on ZEZ, and a bit less on the different positions because I skilled into it. But so I can, I guess, withstand a deeper retracement. But again, you guys have to be careful because, again, although we are bullish in the market, you could have this temporary drop. So it's up to you. Are you cool with holding on to a 30% drawdown? And how long will that drawdown happen? And again, that's even guessing if you are right about this being a big, huge discount buy, which I hope it is. I don't know what I'm going to do with my positions. I'll keep you guys updated. But there you go. There you have it, guys. Again, it's not looking great, much like last week when we opened below our weekly level. You can see right here, swing high, swing low, then we hit the premium. That's the same exact thing that's happening this week. We open up below the green and the monthly level, and then, you know what? I mean, now that I think about it, maybe I should just go half risk on all my positions like I did last week. It turned out nicely. I wasn't complaining after that. I know ZZ fell, 25%, I think, something like that, and then I ended up buying at a huge discount. So again, I wasn't complaining then. Maybe this time I'll be able to get away with it again. So we'll see what ends up happening. Again, good luck to you guys in any decisions you might make. Again, this is not financial advice. It's just me telling you what I see in the market and potentially how I might handle my position. So with that being said, stay tuned. Next for tomorrow, Misha's going to be talking about some altcoins. I don't know what altcoins that'll be. That's up to him. I'll try to nudge him into the direction of ZEZ, maybe Zen, and obviously maybe Ethereum. So, not to make the video too long. But with that being said, guys, I'll see you next week for your next Bitcoin update. And stay safe out there. Peace.